think and say what is a community and what is the basics of a community. And the reason why I brung this up, I don't know you heard anything this week about the whole Michael B. Jordan thing with the interviewer. Did you see anything about that?
No, I haven't really paid too much attention to that, to be honest.
Okay, the reason why I brung that up because it's basically I'm just trying to skim through it. It was the interview with some woman that he went to high school with, and they know he's saying the good collar blue collar man that's corny. There's a lot of women like to call men corny. That's a straight and arrow that want to do right by society and don't want to especially black men that don't want to live up to the stereotypes of what society think black men already is about criminals and gangsters and all that. So basically, they was like, oh, when Michael B. Jordan was like in high school, they used to make fun of him corny or this and that. Now, who he is now, megastar, superstar, actor, and he remembered this girl that used to, I guess, clown him when he was in high school. And he was like, and he looked at the interview, he was like, oh, the corny kid, right? And she started laughing, ha ha, like now, look who he is now, the corny kid that nobody didn't like is a superstar now, and everybody trying to get on. Oh, that was a sucker move he did. Oh, that's some clown stuff. He didn't even say, to be honest, he didn't say nothing wrong. He was like, oh, the corny kid. Like, but he still answered her questions, gave her the interview and everything. So it's like, he didn't style on her. He didn't like shit on her or anything like that. He just said, oh, the corny kid. And he, like, dudes like that remember that. That's how one thing a lot of females understand. Like, when you play somebody way back in the day, they remember that,
Yeah, of course,
right?
that shit hurt. Yeah.
That shit hurt. It sticks with you. It sticks with you time and everything. But the reason why I brung that up is the fact that okay, the reason why I brought that up and the question that the topic tonight is what is a community is that the question I have here, if I'm just saying the topic, if the government came to us, right? The
Hmm.
just black America alone, and they gave us like the size of North Dakota. They said the this is the 40 acres in the mule we promise y'all. This is your community. Just straight land. Nothing else. And you can't get no outside work from no other nationality or nothing. Just straight black people. All the riches from entertainers, athlete, rappers. This is y'all land. Build your community. How so the first question is what is a community? The first question is what is community? Give me your input on what is a community to you, bro.
Community to me, to me could be a lot. It can be started off of people working together, family, friends, people that make that community work. Everybody have a part. Everybody has a part to play in that community that gathers together and make that community. So you have your builders, you have your people that's gonna build. You're gonna have your people that's gonna make plans, like blueprints, all stuff like that. You
Right.
need all these people to come together. You need your doctors, you need your builders, your sometimes enforcers. Because even though we can say we don't need enforcers, but sometimes you need somebody to enforce that because somebody always got to go out of hand, out of pocket. Someone wants to be extra because the problem with that is everyone wants to be in charge.
I
So
agree with
you need that structure. You do even though we could say all that stuff don't matter, as in voting, president, police. Like when they say like reform the police. We don't need police. Get them out of here. But then when something go wrong, who the first person you call?
the
Who the first
police.
person you call? And
Police.
it doesn't matter what community you in. It doesn't matter what nationality you in. If you can be the person that says today, fuck the police. Guaranteed, your house get robbed. You get robbed.
Who you calling?
Who you calling?
The police.
Cause you ain't gonna call Lou. You ain't gonna call Tyrone from down the block and tell him that you just got robbed. And you
Exactly.
guys, they not to be funny, Tyrone probably the one that robbed your ass. So,
You
and
got that.
he'll be fucked up because he'll be the one helping you look for it.
What
But back to the topic. A community is a group of people that a community is a group of people that come together to make a neighborhood, a town, and
every
so we can all
everything you
form
saying,
one.
everything you saying is 100% correct, bro. Like everything you say is 100%. And the reason why I'm gonna piggyback what you said, everything you said from people coming together, communities, and that the question I got, I was saying now, how remember I just
Hmm.
everything up, the government give us land. Now with our women in our community, how they clown hard working brothers every day. They say we corny. They want the Pookies and the Ray Ray. They want the drug dealers. They want the rappers. They want the basketball players. So if they gave us land, and for the last, let's say 20, 30 years, the women only big up rappers and entertainers and basketball players. Now they give us land. Now build it. Start build your community now. Okay, what like I said, what a community is. It need plumbing. It need waterworks. But if we got a whole community of men that don't want to be plumbers, how can we get plumbing? How can we get the water working? If all the men think or our women think that's corny, nobody learn how to plumb. Nobody learn how to work the waterworks. We need electricity. Oh, 9 to 5 guys is boring. So if we got no electricians, how do we get the lights going on then? Where the contractors at? Where the stuff that's going to build it? We're going to build it. The train, the truck drivers to bring the stuff there. The farmers. If all those jobs are boring and corny to our so-called women, how can we build a community then?
You know, even though you say that, but I also look at it as you got your women that's gonna say that's corny. Those are corny guys, right? But
Hmm.
it's always gonna be different types. You got the corny girls, corny women,
But for to build a
and
community,
corny.
to build a community, who builds the community? The men. Through civilization
Exactly.
all through time, men build communities. Men build organizations. That's what we do. But if our women keep looking down on us about BS jobs or we corny by doing that, how can a community be built?
It's true. It's true. But I always look at the way I look at it. I don't put everybody in the same basket. I don't put. It's like it's like you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You can't look at everybody all the same. You're gonna have your females that say that, but you're gonna have also your other females that big up those guys. Those are the guys that certain females actually want. They don't want. They love the corny. They
Not
love the corniness.
not
Even
compared
though
to what we
and
see
I'm
on the
not
internet.
but I'm not saying even though I'm not saying that these guys are actually corny, but what I'm saying is that in their eyes, they're not looking at, oh, that's corny. They looking at it, oh, that's a hardworking man. So to me, even though you have those girls on the internet that say this and say that, those are the ones you don't pay no mind to. You don't really pay no mind to them at all. Like, you also have your guys that will look and be like, oh, that's a corny female. Oh, she's going to school. She's corny. She's corny because she's doing this and she's doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. I see you
We
saying
we
like,
don't you don't we don't care because you got your different you got your different types. We all out here, bro. There's
yeah,
different
but
types. That's why it's that whole thing when they say every woman ain't for you, and they say the same thing. Every man ain't for every woman, bro. The ones that say that, and when she comes out and she be like, "Oh, that guy corny that does a 9 to 5," you be like, "Cause that woman ain't for you."
I see what you're saying, but I'm just talking about the vast majority of women that I see constantly on the internet clowning, corny gods, even some entertainers talk about like I don't know, a lot of these new celebrities, rapper chicks, they be like, "Oh, I can't deal with a 9 to 5. I need a scammer, or I need a hustler. I need somebody to pull a gun on me." I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I'm like, what mindset do y'all have to say something like that? That's the only thing I don't get. It's like, yo, bro, like it's laughable. Like a real man to you is somebody that's going to put a gun on you. That's what you're saying. But what about the man? Like, I'm like, through history and time, how did we get from Coretta Scott King, Rosa Parks to Betty Shabazz loving her husband, for them sitting on the front line, fighting a cause, fighting for what we are now, and it feel like we lost it. Like
As time change, it's all about idols.
but look
It's all
at
about
idols now.
idols.
When even
It's all about who they look up to. If you
and that's the
see,
sad part though. But that's the sad part though. Look at the men. Okay. I'm gonna use this generation. Our
hmm
generation. Our idols is kind of sad because we look up to entertainers, rappers, and basketball players, but those not good idols to look up to. Yeah, they got money. But like I said, I'm gonna jump back to the community thing. If those rappers and basketball players are the so-called real men, and you have a land full emptiness and you got to build a community, they would just have money. It's no, they don't have no skill. They don't have electrician skill, plumbing skill, construction skills, nothing like that to build a community. They would have the money. But if I said the government said you can't look for no outside workers, your people have to build their own community. And if they are the top men that they say they are, they just have money. And the lower men that corny have the skills to build the community.
hmm
But if we are the one that have the skills, the corny men, the lame men that have the skills to build a community, but we don't get love from our women, why would I build a community then?
because the community needs to be built.
It needs to be built, but at least it's like saying, like back in the day, World War One, men went to go fight World War One and World War Two, and come back to they fought for their women to have a safer place. And when they came back, they was open with open arms from their women. That's why that was the motivation. What's today's motivation for men to work regular jobs anymore? Just for survival?
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but you also I get where you're coming from. I understand 100% where you're coming from, but still, in my opinion, I think that you're just looking at it. I just think that you're looking at it a one-sided story. You're just looking at it one-sided. It's you're gonna have those. You're gonna have your different types, bro, and you're always gonna have that. Like we're gonna come home, like you said, coming home to someone with open arms. People, the woman that's gonna sit there, gonna wait for you. The woman that's gonna sit there and be like, "Yo, basically your personal chair, your personal
Your peace.
what's the word I'm looking? Your peace of mind." Yeah, you could barely find that now, but if you do find that, hold on to that.
Exactly.
If you can find that, definitely hold on to that. But it's that side, but all those females that you hear that's voicing their opinion on that topic, they speaking from a point of emptiness. They speaking from a point of alone. They have
Hold on a
they
second. Hold
have
on. Go back. Go back. Like what you just said. You just said they speaking from alone. Why are they alone?
exactly the point of which the point of the whole topic because they think basic men are corny.
So who fought is that?
Therefore,
Who fought? The men fought?
nah, definitely not.
Oh, I'm about to say, like, dude, like, how, like, wait, like,
What?
like, Like, yo, bro, like it's insane, like how today's world is now. Like to be honest, like our people, black people, it's like where are we heading to? And I always ask this question. Like back in the day, say the early '90s, '80s, and everything, we always heard, "Oh, if a black man become president, we get farther." We had the black president. What's our next move?
Because people who say that shit thinks that one man runs the whole country.
But
And it really does not
but
work that
at
way.
that
It doesn't
time,
matter what nationality. It doesn't matter who's in charge. It's all about voting, and it's so many things that play a part of that. So even when the black man was there, he did the best. In my opinion, he did the best he could do.
yeah, I'm not knocking Barack for that at all. He did a great damn job. He did a real damn good job and everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that say he didn't. When they say he was the worst, but I don't think that.
Yeah, yeah, it is though. It's like, oh man, it is though. On another note, did you hear about the whole Larsa Pippen and Michael Jordan's son? You hear about that?
Which one? The one that's in the NBA?
The oldest market that Scottie Pippen ex-wife is dating
One of the Pippins, or
no, Scottie Pippen ex-wife is dating Michael Jordan older son. And the funny thing about that, I didn't hear nobody complain about it. It's like I'm like, do y'all know that's like a lot of women like to say. I'm not trying to bash the women tonight. I'm not. I'm just. It's just the topic at hand. But if it was a reverse role, if an ex husband or somebody dated the oldest daughter or something, they were like, oh, you, especially you've been around them growing up. They were like, yo, he was pedophile. He was being a pedophile. He was watching her grow. He was looking at her, waiting till the moon. They was like, oh, he's nasty. He's a creep. He's a pervert. All this and that. But nobody said that it's the flip side of that. That's kind of weird. And I was waiting for anybody to say like nobody's saying that. She was recently on one of the Trayvon Braxton show. I didn't look into about why she's dating him, and she said because Scotty didn't care. But I'm like, it doesn't even matter if Scotty didn't care or not. Though that's creepy. That's weird.
Scotty didn't know.
I'm just like
Just
that.
don't tell
That's
Scotty.
I'm
Don't
pretty
tell
sure
Scotty.
Scotty
Scotty
know
never
because
know.
it's on the internet, and I'm pretty sure he knows and everything like that. It's very
It's,
it's very
but it's always gonna be a double standard to that. That's something we was fighting with for a long time. It's always gonna be a double standard to that.
But that's the problem though. That's
It's
a
like
weird.
I seen this comedian. I seen this comedian, right, the stand up comedian, and he point out a key fact, right. He said that he said that he was walking in the mall. He said he was walking in the mall with his little niece, or with his actually his nephew. A lady
Uh huh.
walked up to him, and the lady was like, "Oh wow, you so handsome, you so handsome." Now when you turn 18, he said, when you turn 18, I'm gonna come snatch you. When you get old enough, I'm gonna snatch you. But then he said, let that roll, play that role in reverse. He walks to the mall. He see a little girl, and he be like, "Oh, you so pretty, you so pretty. I'm gonna snatch you when you get a little bit older." It will come out real creepier. It'll come out creepy than what it will come out more creepy. It will come out more creepy on his end.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because for some reason,
It's more funny when he said it, but it was like it was based on that, and it was like that's the role that's how the world works nowadays.
but that's bad on men and we need to change that because if we are literally labeled before even judgment, before even a second, we men are labeled as predators or monsters off the rip. Like it's not even no second guessing or anything. It's just something that it constantly we constantly just keep getting talked about. I'm like, that's not it's not right because they are women predators too. But nobody say something about that because I always it's just always this debate with okay, this is a scenario. If an older man seeks a younger woman, he's a predator. But if a younger woman seeks an older man, she's trying to find stability. How is it's both the same? It's both the same thing. So it's all about who go after who first. So if she go after him and gets him, it's okay. But if he go after her, he's wrong. Make that make sense.
It's like I said, it's never gonna make sense because either way, in my opinion, either way, it's gonna be wrong no matter how you look at it. Because you look at the age gap in the dynamic, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's like if he's 50, it's like if he's 50 and she's 30. You know what I'm saying? If she's 50, she's 30. And you turn around and be like, yo, you dating a 30-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she's doing good. She got a 50-year-old man. But if you bring it back 30 years ago, he was 20, she was just born. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like,
yeah, that's some
but you don't
creepy
look at it like
shit.
once it's creepy when once it gets to that point, but it's like that, bro.
It's like
That's something. That's something that's just never gonna make sense to me.
it won't make
But
sense.
let's bring back to the kind of getting off the topic.
No,
Of the
we can just
community.
we just flow. We just no, we're gonna just gonna flow tonight. We're gonna flow tonight. Like this is that's the main topic. But if anything else on your mind, man, bro, just speak it to me
Of
right now.
course we're
Speak it
gonna.
to me right now.
Of course we're gonna
Like
speak on it. But
we're gonna
I
speak
like
on.
I like the topic of of the community part.
Yeah,
When it come to that community part, bro, like I'm just big on that because I'm big on our black community. I
yeah,
want
because
I really do want us to do better.
like between me,
Because we stick on we stick on the we stick on the whole community part. We try to keep everything black on black and big up our communities. But then when you talk about when you start speaking about these corny individuals, right?
that
As
they
they
said
say
we
on
are
that they say we are, right? Because I'm a 9 to 5 guy, so that means I'll be seen as corny. My occupation, my occupation will be considered a corny occupation
hmm
because I'm in that category of that listing of those corny individuals that you listed. And then our community or our people per se will be they get upset and offended when you start stepping out of the race because there'll be other races who will look at us and be like, "Oh, that guy's not corny. That's a hardworking man."
exactly.
And then we'll go to the next discussion. The next discussion after that will be like, we're corny because we're dating outside our race. When outside our race will appreciate the black man's more than our own sisters would.
Passbook bros, holla at y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why those men decided. That's why those men step out.
Yeah,
You would see a person
it's
like
like
Michael B. Jordan.
it's like
He
we
would
being
date.
forced to be we being forced to go out.
Exactly. It's like you getting kicked out of your house and you got no choice but to move out. And then
Every
you talk about these NBA players or these entertainment per se rappers and shit like that, right?
right,
And if you notice, and I like to say NBA players because a lot of NBA players they work hard to get where they at. They won't be the flyest guy you see on the block.
right,
They won't see the best looking guy you see on the block. Cause those are guys that work hard. They work hard to get where they at.
true.
They will look, a lot of them will look dirty. A lot of them will look crazy because all they do all day is play ball. So it's nothing but sweaty.
Yeah,
And then those the guys. that would be corny, and then now when they get to where they at, and you turn out and be like, yo, he's corny because he married a white woman.
Like, and that's the thing that's get me. Like, he probably been looking for sisters his whole life, but been
Hmm.
shut down, shut down, shut down numerous times. And after a
Yeah,
while, excuse me, after a while, you'd be like, know what? I want to go where I'm accepted at. And if this white woman could bring me joy and happiness, and that's what majority of what men want, is just being having peace and happiness. And that's all we really want. And if this white woman could give me that, why not? But when you start dating them, you get clowned by your own people. I mean, your own sisters in them. I just don't get it.
nah, you're never gonna get it, bro. Like I said, and but that's how life works. Like that's why they came out with it. That's why even when even when Mike Jones came with a song. Back then
Yeah.
they didn't want me. Now
Now
I'm
I'm
hot.
hot
They
dog.
all on me.
Right?
And it's fucked up, but that's just the way our community work.
Yeah, cause I was about to say so. Cause I said it's not the world; it's only our community. Because you don't
Yeah.
see Jews, Chinese, right? No, their women go after hardworking men. If they could snag
Want
a
a man that you
celebrity.
you 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 want a man, in my opinion, you want someone you want someone that you want a man that's gonna work and that's gonna be hard and do whatever he can do for you.
I feel like our women don't look at character; they just look at dollar signs. That's all they see. Our females look at dollar signs only and everything. And I was saying this the other day, um, to some women, not all women, but I feel like after some women, after you put a dollar sign on you, you become an item. If everything about you is a price, you're an item to a man. There, you're not. He a lot. That's like some slavery shit, but that's how they turned it into. Like, to even spend time with you, I gotta pay. So now you became a product. Now, so it was a wild man respected because you turned yourself into a product. You didn't. You,
Exactly.
you didn't become
And
a
the thing
human.
and the
But
thing about being a product is they always gonna want to keep shopping. They always want to go around because you lost that value, that key value. When you turn yourself into a product, you throw the value that you had away. So
mm,
now it's gonna want to go. So now there's so many products out here, bro.
you ain't lying.
It's gonna say, it's gonna say, I need it. He's gonna say, yo, bro, I need a pair of sneakers every other month. I need a new shirt. I need a new hat. Things gonna change because we need these products.
Exactly.
But when you got something that has value, you don't change it like that, bro. That shit just stays with you. It's growing. Like it's like when you grow up.
Right.
Your values are building you. You can't just throw the values that you brought up with, right?
You can't.
Those values stick with you. So when you got somebody that's with you basically from the bottom, and now you became successful. You're not gonna just throw them away. You're gonna be like, nah, that person been with me. She been with me when I was corny. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't corny no
Exactly.
more.
Not coin no more because she
Well,
was with me
and
through the
it's
trenches.
and the fucked up shit about it is you could be the same ass person, but since you got money, you don't look corny no more. Cause I could bet 100%. I could bet 100%. Michael B. Jordan is still the same ass person that he was when he was in high school. You don't
As
change who you are, bro.
you
You can't
don't.
change who you.
Who
You
you
can't
are is who
change.
you are.
It's just that they look. It's just that people look at him different now because got that dollar sign on the end of that name.
Yeah, he's famous. Like I said, you can't change who you are. And I feel like some of these chicks be trying to do that and change men. Like they go after the Pookies and Ray Rays. Oh, I could change them. Like I don't understand. Where did they get the concept that you could change a man? A man's who he is. He got to change it from when he wants to.
Exactly.
And that's how it goes and everything, man. It's just like it's all over the place. Something like our like our community. Do you feel like our community can be fixed? Because I feel like we're on the brink of extinction. Nah, for real, we are. If you look at it, we are on the black people, black men on the brink of extinction soon because we are the last one with economic wealth. If you look around, we live in New York City, and we go around the city. Everybody have a part of the city of their own. You got Chinatown, you got Little Italy, you got a Jewish neighborhood, you got the white. Where ours was called the ghetto. And the funny thing about the ghetto started with the Jews. The
Hmm.
Jew, that's was the so what do we have? We had nothing. And you go in there, they got you go to Chinatown, they got banks. They even buy like from other corporations like the Popeyes or Starbucks or anything in their town, and their money flows in their community. We spend all our dollars to someone else. So how we going and with New York and the country going up? If you see the news down in Atlanta, um, a lot of landlords ain't taking Section 8 vouchers no more. So a lot of
Mm.
women and children going to be homeless. So when the homeless rate rise and everybody go, we going to die off soon. The ones that got their
Mm.
shit together and staying it is gonna that work hard is gonna survive, but our community as a whole is going to be dead. It's going to be a few of us left, like the rappers and entertainers. But to the white man people, they're nothing but entertainers and what's the proper medieval term jocks, like they just entertain them. Yeah, you can rap, you can play basketball, you can make your millions while making billions.
Facts.
Like,
You ain't telling no lie.
so I'm like, do you feel like do you feel like it's a solution to fixing this problem?
It's definitely a solution, bro. It's always gonna be a solution, but everybody got to be on one page, and that's the problem right there. The solution is coming together.
I was about to just
You
say that.
know, stop that crab in a barrel mentality,
Mm.
because that's what it all is about. It's about crab in a barrel, bunch of crabs in a barrel. Once we
Eh,
get that mentality out of our head, bro, I'm telling you, we have the power to go anywhere we want.
that's
Any
true.
we could take over neighborhoods, bro. We could take over neighborhoods. We can have this, we can have that. But until we all try, until we stop that pulling one another back and work forward to like, yo, you know what, my man doing this, let me help him. Yo, what can I do to support you? But instead of saying what can I do to support you, you're looking at it as what can I do to stop him? Because he's getting money. You know, when you start saying you getting money, this person getting money, and the first thing that pop up in our community head is what can I do to probably try to slow that down? Because we already have the target on our back from the outside race.
Right.
You know, we have the target on our back already for that. So instead of us saying, you know what, let's all work together as a community, like we talking about, what's a community? We all working together, helping one another build to that goal to get where that person needs to go. And I'm not saying that you got to be a slave to that one person, that one individual. I'm not saying I'm gonna be a slave to you just so you can see success. Now we help each other out so we both could build and get to where we have to go. Until we all can develop that mentality, we ain't going nowhere, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
We just gonna sneak out one at a time. Gonna sneak out
Time.
instead of we all coming together and we all could grow. Until we all get there, we're not. We're gonna be where we are right now at the bottom.
That's true. I'm gonna piggyback what you said about coming together. Like my take of um the fixing, the saving us. it comes down to family. We have to have two parent households in our community, and I feel like that is the key thing that's stopping us because we are not made to do this shit by ourselves. If you look at I'm gonna take a quote from the Bible, a story from the Bible, Noah's Ark. What did God told Noah to have in his ship? Animals, right? And when them animals went in, it was what?
A
Two
pair
of
of us.
them, a pair of each animal, male and female, going into that ship. We are not made to do this by ourselves. We need family structure, family union. We need our men to guide our young boys into manhood. And I'm gonna bring up a topic that happened in Florida like 2 weeks ago about this 18-year-old boy that killed I don't know who's the girl. I gotta look at the story, but he killed this woman and her 9-year-old daughter, then killed the fucking the news reporter on site. That's
Mm,
something wrong. It's something wrong with a lot of these young men. They are lost. They are confused. They don't know what to do. But for you to do that, something is nobody giving you structure. Nobody giving you discipline. A lot of our young men do not have discipline. Discipline is the key. It's the key to life. A lot of things. Discipline and sacrifice. A lot of men do not know that you have to give. If you want something, you have to give up something. But a lot of these young men just want to give, take. They think everything belongs on them. I said you can't. You ain't gonna be able to live life like that. It's always an authority figure that's going to tell you to do something. It's going to start from your teachers to your household, to your parents, to your boss. Even the president of the United States got listed to Congress. Nobody cannot live this life without taking no discipline or no authority figure from someone.
exactly. Not that mentality of, oh, you ain't my father, you ain't my mother. Can't talk to him. You can't tell me what to do.
Exactly.
That
So I'm like,
that has that has to stop.
that have to stop.
Especially if they telling you something that you know is right, you have to take that. You gotta learn how to listen, take advice, and grow
Exactly.
from that. Because if someone's telling you something what not to do, and you know you're doing something bad, they're only looking out
Mm.
for your well being. But when you can't when you can't like look past that and you always look at it as a negative, like a negative comment, you're never gonna grow from that.
You're not, and it's like it's another thing I want to discuss. I got as a piggyback on that about I heard a quote from someone, something similar to it though. This they're telling a female that a lot of women don't respect men, but if you look outside, everything that's on this earth was created by man. But the woman says something that's flip and it makes sense. And I didn't think about it till I heard it. She said, yeah, if you look outside, everything from the ground to the building, street light, man created. But if you look at everybody that's in this planet was created by a woman. I said that makes so much fucking sense. That's true.
Hmm.
Men created the world we live in, but the women created the people that live in this world.
Hmm.
So once again,
That's a good way. That's true.
that's very true.
But that,
No
but
man
that's
have
another way. But that's another way, like basically piggybacking off of what you said when you said you need a pair.
exactly.
You need a pair
We can,
because
we are
what you just said proves the fact that why you need a pair.
exactly family. Family is the key thing, and like I'm just gonna show a little few quotes I be hearing that a lot of women be saying, like especially I'm talking about our women. They was like, "Oh, protect black women." At the end of the day, no man is gonna lay down his life for a random woman. Now you're my bro. You're married. I'm not. But if I'm out and about and I see your wife, I will protect her because you my bro, you my brother. That's how it goes down with communities. That's how I go down with communities. If everybody in that community is married, this man Another man will protect another man's wife when he's not around because that's his brother, that's his community. That's the unified, that's the unit right there. You feel what I'm saying though? But that's how it goes though as a
I get you.
community. But that's how I go with the communities. Like we we have to come together to protect each other. So when we go solo, you ever seen like a animal, a stray cat by itself, and run into the alley with a pack of dogs? He's gonna get killed. But if we move together as a unit, we have each other's back. One hand, a lot of
Yeah, but
saying,
it's the
"I
same.
watch
But
my back,
it's
you
the
watch
same
my back."
thing. It's the same thing when you mention that about about family. It's like if you see my kid doing something wrong, you're gonna come and say, "Yo, listen, don't do that. You're not supposed to
Exactly.
do this, and you're not supposed to do that." Like you see him doing wrong, and you see I'm not around, you're gonna correct that because you're not his father, but but you're an adult and you're a father figure. Because
Mm,
remember, it takes a community to raise a family, a kid.
exactly.
So you're gonna point him in the right direction, not telling him wrong. But instead, you will have our community will use the young black man. Oh, you can get away with this, and you can get away with that.
Exactly. Like, why do we feed
Instead of
negativity
telling
to our
him
youth?
exactly, instead of saying, "Nah, don't do this, don't do that. You're gonna be better than this." Just because I had it hard and I got to do what I got to do out here, that don't mean I should use you because you're innocent and you have nothing to lose.
Correct.
But since we take advantage of that, we try to use that. And like I said, that's that crab mentality. You're gonna stop on one just so you could get out.
And
I'm gonna use you because you don't know better. But I'm gonna catch a come up on that. That's the
right.
scamming. The scamming, like you said, the scammers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use you so I can get up. Now I'm gonna fuck everything up that you got going on because I don't want to get up.
And that's like the devil working. That's like the devil working in effect on our community the most. Like we praise for the negativity in our community. We celebrate the bad instead of celebrating the good. And like the devil is winning. The devil is beating us down because we replace money over God. When the last time you heard a reward show when somebody said, "I want to thank God first"?
Well, they say it, but
It's like
It depends on how they mean it. If they mean it or not.
I ain't had nobody. I don't know. I think
It's like a unconscious thing people say. The one thing I want to thank God and my family.
yeah.
I'm not saying if they mean
It's
it or not because you don't know what people do in their own in their personal time.
true, but it's just we have to. One thing about our community, we have to keep it real. We like to sugarcoat a lot of things that happen in our community that the government have done to us. The Willie Lynch syndrome is very full effect. You see it so
Hmm.
much. What they did with government assistance, wealth, and everything. We are the only community that took that because the Jews took it too, but the Jewish women took it and still didn't kick their man out their house because they knew the man was the head of household. Our woman took the money and kicked us out the house, and now this is the shambles that we got. We gotta look at our history because if you look at back from Martin Luther King and them era to now, where did we go wrong? I just did a show. Where did we go? Where was the gap span? What was that year that shit fucked up? And I have to blame. I have to blame.
All that shit is built to keep us down, bro.
It was truly built. But if you s-
It's sugar coated to say to help out, help the communities, help people in need. But in reality, it's to keep you in need.
exactly, even
It's not really.
even with black
It's not
celebrities,
really there to help us, bro. I question a lot of people on that government help, government assistance and all that stuff like that. For most people, it does help out a lot. But in reality stuff, all that shit is built to keep us down. Cause you got people that rather stay home, make $500,000 a month just for not working. But in reality, think about it. If you fucking work, you'll make more money than that. But
True.
all that shit is designed to just keep us down.
And this
Food
is some
food stamp,
bullshit.
food, the food stamps, the welfare, all that stuff that they claim that they quote unquote give us. There's people out here that actually need it. I'm not gonna lie, but there also are people that say they don't really need it. They take advantage of it, and they think, okay, I'm getting over on the government, but in reality, the government's getting over on you.
That's changed to them. That's changed to the
That's
government.
change.
That's changed, and we think it's big money. It's not. I'm like, do you know how much more? Like, I live in Crown Heights in Brooklyn, and my area is dominated by Jews. On Kingston Avenue, if anybody listening on Kingston Avenue, it's nothing but Jewish businesses from Eastern Parkway to Atlantic. They literally have everything from supermarkets, clothing, a museum, restaurants, and they shop there nonstop. They stay in the community. I have never seen not the full blown Jews. I have never seen that. Probably maybe once or twice I've seen them down like in Manhattan or downtown Brooklyn buying something from another store. They keep their money with them. And that's why, like, even if they get a public assistance, their husband's got a business. That's extra
Hmm.
money that they not spending from their business from another person. They just take it and use it somewhere else.
As I'm
If they
saying,
got a
some people take
store,
advantage of the situation.
yeah.
Good, yeah.
They got a store. They got to build a store. They got a brother. They got somebody that do towels, that do construction, that do maintenance. They don't call nobody else outside their community to help them create something more to help their community out.
Exactly.
It's insane that where we at, and I feel like it's. I don't know. It scares me because I'm like, can we really fix this? Because at the end of the day, I look at black celebrities and everything. They get money. Let's donate to your charity event. In their community, they gonna donate this. You know that community be a poor area of white people, and that's in poor white area is still living in a house. Like, so you gonna give money to a poor white area instead of a poor black area? You're not gonna build nothing like financial literature or business mind. Like that need to be very well in rap songs and everything. Like even like I said, I'm gonna jump over another subject. Even like our music is destroying. I did a video about that. Our very own music is destroying us too. A lot of us, a lot of people are programming their mind to negativity. Like from YouTube, television, and to your own phone. You constantly listen to bad songs repetitionally saying the same word over and over, and you think you're going to get a better outcome. I challenge somebody break down last 5 years of rapper song and how many times they said the N word, killing the N word, or trying to be better than the N word. You constantly hear that all day. You're going to do it.
Yep.
And another funny
It's
thing about it,
brainwashed to the fullest.
to the fullest. It's really to the fullest. And another funny thing about it, Jay Z.
But
I think I meant.
that's also the reason. I'm about to cut you off,
Mhm.
but that's also the reason why those people get record deals because that's what you want to hear.
They get paid to
And
destroy our community. Right.
they say, "Oh, let them kill themselves."
Yep. It's to say. I was saying Jay Z even said he don't even listen to rap. How somebody that makes rap and one of the greatest rappers but don't listen to it. He knows what's up. He knows that like he had to make money to take care of his family by selling us negativity, but he don't listen to his stuff because he know it's brainwashing.
Yep.
Like if you listen to like me, I listen to all types of music, rock, punk. I listen to everything. I listen to rap, like 90s rap, 80s rap, but I listen to a lot of the genre of music, and literally, we the only ones that literally make music about killing each other. I never heard, even though so many other crazy songs that white people make, but I never heard any other song from a different race say I'm gonna kill a cracker, I'm gonna kill a spick, anything like. I never heard no other music say that. It's a odd thing. It's an odd thing. But this was a great show. This was a great show. Um, for the people that's gonna listening right now, I've been doing this show by myself for a while because my big brother over here has been a little busy right now. But this is our show. This is not my show. Broly Bond Podcast is me, your boy ST, and Pete. Introduce yourself because I don't want to take this show and this is not mine. This is ours. So please say something to the people because we're gonna have a lot more shows. This is not gonna be an everything day. It's not gonna be an everyday show. This is gonna be probably a Thursday and Friday night show. I'm dropping this once a week. But big bros, please introduce yourself. Let the people know so when you post things on your page, people know who you are.
Well, Gary, my name is Gary, born in Brooklyn, New York. Been around for years. Let's start that.
He gotta get used to this, people, because it's not easy thing to jumping into this thing like me. Like, I've been practicing. I've been doing this for a little bit longer now. I'm starting to get used to talk to, but he gonna get better. He gonna get better. I'm gonna make him get better.
Yeah, you're gonna cut that anyway. So, but like I said, Gary, born out. Got over that. This fucking good. But yeah, like I said, it's your boy Gary. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. We're gonna be out here, like you said, everyone at least once a week. We're gonna try to do this. We're gonna just give our personal opinions and what we think about everything. So,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, if you feel free, if you like it, please tune in, listen up.
That's all it is, people, right now. And I want quick a quick description about the show and the name because I was on another show. Shout out to the boy Wayne Stevens. It was a good show we had, and I feel like I was a little nervous because it was live, and this is not live. But the basic description of this show, why I call my show and my our podcast my production, brotherly bond, because him, my boy, my older brother Gary, me and him been friends since we was 10 years old. Now we in our mid 30s, and a lot of people can say they had friends long since junior high school. So me, not blood and not DNA, can make me and this man closer than brothers than anything. That's what my podcast called Brotherly Bond. My production called Brotherly Bond, and also is a positive message that for black men alone, we are brothers. No matter what, from descent, slavery, whatever, we are brothers, and our bond should be just like that to keep it going. Like we have to keep spitting out positive message to one another. Don't you agree?
I agree 100%. You should never let blood determine of your relationship with someone. 'Cause they had this old saying that blood is thicker than water.
Correct.
But from my experience, that you don't need blood to be related. Because the water will be thicker than I'm gonna clear that up. I'm gonna Okay, they got
He's,
this thing.
he's
Okay,
going
no,
to
wait,
get it,
wait,
people.
wait.
He's going to get it. He's going to get
Nah,
it.
nah, you're gonna cut that shit anyway.
I ain't cut nothing. The people
You gonna
going to hear
cut
the
that.
truth.
You gonna cut that shit. They
People
got
going
this
to hear the
saying that
truth.
Uh, they got this saying that's called, blood is thicker than water. But in reality, it'll be the outside people that'll be closer to you than your actual blood. So
Very true.
I personally don't believe in that saying because you make your family no matter where you go. You make your friends. Those your friends will actually be closer to you than your actual family members are.
That's very true. People come in and out of your life for a reason sometimes, and I have to learn that over the years. I have lost friends. I have gained new friends, and the old ones I had, I never crossed them. The new ones I have, I never crossed them. It's all about for me. It's about loyalty, integrity, and everything. I'm born to those words.
And that what makes family.
Yeah, but we're gonna get out of here, people. I don't want this show to last no more longer than an hour right now. But once again, back from another episode of Brotherly Bond Podcast. It's your boy Yes Tay.
Your boy Gary.
My bond is my word. We out, y'all.